Ronnie, welcome back to our channel Total Technology. So this is actually a very unique tutorial. This is not part of any playlist or any existing series, whatever we are right now doing. This is completely a standalone random video. I thought of uploading it. So from the title itself, you guys understood, like we are actually trying to generate some real-time alert for every AWS console logins, and that alert has to be actually delivered to your Telegram and using a Telegram bots. Okay, so there are a couple of services we are using actually. So we are using AWS CloudTrail, we are using AWS Event Bridge, we are using AWS Lambda, and definitely we are using the Telegram side. Like from the AWS side, we are basically using this sort of services. Okay, and a couple of more services are actually are using, but those services are actually not primary services. But as I told you, this series will be completely this tutorial this is not a series. This tutorial will be completely a hands-on driven approach, and I'll actually going to do this thing from the scratch. Okay, the objective of doing this thing, actually I got a lot of requests last week. Basically many of our viewers are actually already started working for some company, or maybe many of them running their own freelance business, right? That is really good. And one or couple of guys has actually sent me the same request. So basically there was actually freelance project posted on some of the freelance website, right? The client was actually looking for real-time AWS alert, and that has to be delivered to your Telegram group. Okay, so because of that, like maybe like those are actually working on some freelance platform. For them it is kind of very like common, like if a new job posted, maybe many of you guys are going to bid, right? But it is kind of difficult for them to figure it out. Maybe they understood how to get the real-time alert using CloudTrail, but they do not know how to integrate Telegram bots together, right? Cause sorry, cause like integrating multiple pieces into a single project is sometimes difficult. So I thought of actually doing this for that purpose. Okay, so if you already know this thing how to do it, it's you can skip the video, or if this video title really excites you, please watch the video till end, give me some feedback, post some unique requirement like this on the video, like in the video comment section. Okay, and if you have any suggestion for us, that so that we can improve our quality, we can do it. We always looking forward to improve our quality. Okay, and last but not least, guys, please share our videos with your family, friends, whoever you think can be benefited out of our video, so that actually it will help them as well, and also it will help me to grow. Cause getting a subscription or getting a like is kind of a motivation for us to come up with new videos every day. Okay, so it's a humble request, please try to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, share our videos whenever possible, and try to actually help us to reach to the larger audience. Okay, so without doing further delay, let's start with the actual topic. So basically the video title is get real-time AWS console login alerts using Telegram bot. So basically, so whenever somebody is actually going to log into the AWS using console login, means using a browser, that time there should be an alert generated, um, and that alert should be delivered to your Telegram using a Telegram bot. So Telegram part will be going to do it later, but let's first actually tackle the AWS thing. Before we do anything, let's understand the flow, right? So this is the flow. So basically end user login using a browser to the AWS console via console login, and the moment he logs in, this login event will be captured to a CloudTrail, and the moment the event is actually captured to the CloudTrail, that CloudTrail will be actually monitored by the event bridge. So event bridge is also configured with a rule. The rule will be triggered that a login event occurred, and that event bridge rule is actually going to invoke the Lambda function, and Lambda is actually going to execute the Telegram bot. Okay, so this and this is happening inside your AWS, and this part is actually completely standalone. It is actually another application, Telegram Messenger. So I'll be going to do the entire thing now. Okay, so let's go ahead with the AWS thing first. So we'll be going to create the CloudTrail. Okay, so let's go to my AWS console, click on CloudTrail, click a trail. Okay, so maybe I can give a name. So today is January 26th, So I can just write January 26 trail. Oh no, let's do the trail from here actually. Jan 26 trail. Okay, then everything is fine. Let's give a name. So I'm just going to give the simple name. I am not recommending you guys to do this thing because in our project this is not required, like not mandatory to give the name at this moment. So I'm just doing it properly. Okay, so like this, whatever. I'm just going to give today's date. Okay, so management event, inside event, right? So everything I'm selecting. Okay, no data event, and after that let's create trail. Okay, the trail has been created. It is going to take some time, just wait. Okay, so the trail has been created. Now I'll be going to do this part. So where is my, so the trail created. Now I'll be going to do this event bridge part. Okay, so for that what I'll do, I'll just go to again services, and I'll be going to do CloudWatch. Then I'll be going to click on event bus, then event bridge, and basically create rule. Okay, so I'll be going to give a name Jan 26, again same name, so that I should not forget. So don't need to save like this thing. This is going to be default and everything is fine. Next, and here I'll be going to select this thing. Okay, so this one, and it will be AWS services, and here I'll be going to select console, AWS console sign in. So maybe sign in events for every user. Okay, sign in event, console sign in, everything. So this will be the event pattern. And next. Okay, and here is the interesting thing. It is asking you, so what service it is going to be target. Like this part is done. Try to understand, this part is done. Now what, when the rule is triggered, what the rule is actually going to do, the target will be Lambda. That is what it is asking, but I don't create the Lambda function. So what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll try to create a Lambda function. Simply create a function, and I'll just going to give a name Jan 26. My target will be Python 3.9, and I'll be just going to create the function. Okay, so my function is getting created. So let's create the function. Okay, so function is created. So what I'll do now, just sake of simplicity, I'll just go ahead and give it give a admin access to this thing. So attach policies, and I'll be going to give the admin policy, but this is not recommended for the actual scenario. So try to actually limit the permission, but just for sake of simplicity I just kind to keep everything simple so that you guys can understand these things. Okay, close this thing. So Lambda is done. I'll be going to do the Lambda coding, but as of now everything is fine. Okay, so now I'll be go here and I'll try to actually select Lambda. Yes, Lambda function, and it is going to ask me which Lambda function. Jan 26 came. Okay, next and next. Okay, create rule. So rule is created. So up to this part everything is done. Okay, so let's try to log in and check whether this Lambda is getting triggered or not. Okay, so basically in the Lambda what we want to capture, I just want to capture the print this event. Okay, so it will actually going to tell me which user is actually getting login. Okay, let's deploy. Okay, done. Right, so Lambda is done and everything is done. So let me actually go ahead and open my CloudWatch. So log group, no, today is actually AWS is little bit slow. Log group is getting some time to load it. I don't know what is the problem here. Still it is getting some time. Let's see. Yes, it is loaded. So right now my Lambda is actually not triggered, so because of that January 26 is not having any log group. So once it is getting triggered, it will come. Okay, so understand this thing. What we'll do, I'll just try to log out and log in. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to actually copy this thing. Okay, and I'll try to actually do it from an incognito window. Okay, 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 so let's change this. This is difficult, right? R8 NV NR. Okay, so I just logged in my console. Let's minimize this thing. It's already logged in. So hopefully in my CloudWatch here, I'll be able to see that Lambda gets triggered. Right now Jan 26 is not available. So it will trigger. Why it will trigger? Because the moment I logged in, CloudTrail will actually going to even capture that event. Once that event is captured, the event bridge rule is actually going to alert. Alert means it will actually understood that one event is actually captured. So I need to now fire my rule, and that rule has something written that he has to actually, this guy has to actually invoke the Lambda function. Okay. So that is why the Lambda will trigger ultimately. So if I refresh this thing, let's see whether Lambda is available or not. You see the Lambda is available, and inside the Lambda I actually printed event. Okay, so if I do this thing, so it is saying name is actually not defined. Okay, so error name is actually not defined. So which line is actually having error? Line number 5 is actually having error in Lambda. So line number 5, let's go. Okay, so basically this is a problem in actually AWS. So see, it is actually uh, not taking this whole thing, just E is actually updated when I do the deployment. So there is a thing, you have to just give a space and again backspace and again redeploy. Okay, now it will hopefully not give the error. So what I have to do, basically I'll just actually go to my AWS console and again I log out and log in. So okay, let's do it again. Jet5 MP SX. Okay, so I logged in. So maybe what will happen, let's go to management console. Okay, let's go to Lambda 26. Okay, so let's go to here. Okay, okay, so basically it should be there. Still it is complaining the same thing, that E is not defined. Okay, so that is something strange. I don't understand why it is coming. Let's actually test this thing. Okay, let's test this thing. Now it is not giving us the error. Okay, so I don't know why this is, the error is actually coming here. So maybe let's go here. Okay, so now the error should not be coming. Right, see, this events actually here, this first thing, and this is second thing when actually I logged in. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll try to again do something different. So maybe we'll try to again relog in and let's see. So let's go here. So that is the last time event got triggered, 13:59. My computer time is actually 12 morning midnight actually. So let's try to relog in and see what happens. Okay, okay, log out and relog in again. Okay, 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 that's it. So let's do it. So let's refresh. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, nothing coming means it should be inside this thing. Okay, yes, so it is here actually. So see, here. Okay, so if you I just logged in with a root user, so basically everything is here. See, that is our thing. Okay, so this is my account ID, this is the user identity type, root, principal ID, everything, and this is the ARN. So basically you need to actually give this thing, give this user ID basically. Okay, yeah, in the whole thing you have to actually basically this is basically the event, entire event is actually this one. Okay, so first we have to capture this event, and from there we'll be going to actually do this thing. So let's do a little bit programming here. So what sort of programming we're gonna do? uh, let's see, we'll try to actually create a folder first. Okay, so maybe just hold on, let me actually create a folder here somewhere. Actually I'll be just going to create a folder. Okay, so new folder. Okay, so let's say AWS alert. Okay, so let's try to open that folder. Open, downloads, AWS alert. So code.py. Okay, so basically I have something called this thing. So this is entirely my dictionary, right? There is some problem here. Okay, what is this error? I don't know. Is it my code pylons report shared imports is overriding the std module? I don't know what sort of error is this thing. Just hold on, let me check why this is error is coming here. Yeah, it's giving okay, but I don't know why this error is actually coming. Quick fix. Okay, I don't know what is that. So strange. Okay, so this is my dictionary, right? So now what we'll do, we'll check this entire thing. What is my key? So basically this is your entire dictionary, right? So inside the dictionary basically I'll be looking for some key. Okay, so if you check this thing here, if you check this thing here, if you so basically there is something called this one, user identity. So just give me a moment, I actually got cold. Okay, sorry. So basically we need to actually get this details. Okay, and we need to actually get this detail as well. This two information we have to get. Okay, how to do this thing, let's see. Okay, so let's do it. So this is a dictionary, so maybe if we do print x dot keys, so this is going to okay, so this is your key version, ID, detail type, source and account. Okay, so let's talk about our account actually. Let's see what information it is going to give us. So this is actually telling me about the this thing. So let's say detail type. Okay, so basically detail type is actually this thing, version is actually this thing, and there is something called, I believe, detail is also there, right? Yeah, so detail will have everything. Okay, so let's see what detail is actually having. So detail is actually having the entire information. So inside detail there is something called user identity, right? And within user identity we'll be actually going to have the user this thing ARN, right? So we need that actually, ARN. Yes, so we need that information, and we need something called this one, this two information we're actually looking for. What is that? Yes, so detail type. Okay, so basically we need this information, and we need x of this. So this two information we are looking for, right? So basically we can just write a f string, and we can just simply write this thing, or maybe if string we can just start with this single quotes like this, like this. Okay, this has been has console sign in via CloudTrail, has been logged for this thing, right? Okay, like so I delete this thing. Let's see what is going to happen. Yes, so root has been logged in for console sign in. Okay, so that is the message. So you want to actually generate this thing in the lambda, right? So I'll be just go ahead and copy this thing, and I'll go to lambda and I write this thing. Okay, write this thing. So here x will be what? X will be event. Okay, and this x will be event as well. Okay, done. So let's deploy. Okay, deployment is completed. So let's go ahead and go to our CloudWatch. Okay, so last event was actually that like 10 minutes ago. Right now my time is 12:09. So what I'll do, I'll just go to AWS Management Console here and just try to log out again. Okay, I just logged out and again I logged in, same thing. Just remember 12:09. Okay, so Jet6P X58, right? Now let's try to log in. Okay, so it is 12:09 still. So 12:09 still. So logged in. Just minimize this thing and refresh this page here. Okay, let's wait for some time. If it is not coming outside, so it will be available here only. Okay, so 12:09. I should go here and I'll set a log for 12:09. Okay, so last log was like not now, so we maybe resume this thing here. So let's say yes, it is getting loaded, so no newer event. So let's go here and wait. Yes, so see, it came 12:10. Just now it came, right? So click on it. Yes, it came. See, ARN root has been logged for console login. Now Up to this part everything is working fine, up to Lambda. Now we need to actually propagate this message to a Telegram group using a Telegram bot. So let's do that. Okay, so minimize this thing. So where is my Telegram? So go to for do this thing, you have to actually open Telegram bot father. Okay. So you have to open bot father, right? After you go to bot father, you have to go to the new bot like this. If you give slash, it will list down all the menus. So you have to click on new bots, right? Here what you have to do, it's asking me for Telegram bot name. So basically it is my YouTube channel and I'm just doing it for alert bot. So I just going write alert AWS bot. Okay, right. So I'll be just going to use the same name again, alert AWS bot. So the bot has been created and it is going to give me this API key. So you have to remember this thing, copy code. So let's open a new window and write this information, and remember in front of this thing we have to actually add this thing. Okay, so that is our bot API. And after this thing I'll be just going to delete this API. You guys also try to actually make sure this API ID should bot Telegram bot API ID should be actually secret, or else what will happen, anyone can actually access this thing. So once you get this thing, your next job is actually to create a Telegram group. Okay, so Telegram group. So I'll be going to write alert AWS bot. I'll be just going to add them, and next, and I'm just going to write alert AWS bot, the group name. Okay, so group is created. This has 2 member, right? So right now I'll go and owner, and let's see what else we can do. So edit administrator. So add admin. I just go and add this user and just add this bot as an admin. Okay, so everything is done, right? So let's let's do something now. So basically now you have to actually get the chat ID. Once you create a Telegram bot, and after that you create a Telegram group, and after that if you add that group in the you have to, after that you have to actually add that bot to the Telegram group as an admin, and after that you have to get the chat ID of that group. So for that you have to just write this thing, https api dot telegram dot org slash this thing slash get updates. Okay, just copy this thing and let's actually paste this thing here. Let's see what happens. So it is saying nothing because in that group I have no message. So what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and send a message to this bot. Okay, so I send the message to the bot and I just write hi. Okay, who, I just write who. So let's refresh this page. So I got everything. See, who, and I give this thing, both came. So what is the chat ID? This is the chat ID. Okay, so I can use this thing to send a chat message. How to do it? So basically we can just write send message. Okay, then chat ID, this thing, and text is actually hello. Okay, it is saying chat ID is actually empty, so chat ID will be like this. Okay, with underscore. Okay, this is the wrong parameter, right? What is saying again? Chat ID. So again I did a mistake. I should be in small. Okay. Okay, so hi, and if you see hello came. Sorry, I sent hello, hello came, and I said hello, how are you? So hello, how are you came. Okay, so everything is working fine. So basically this is our API. Okay, right? So what you're gonna do now, I'll be just going to actually go to this Telegram group and I'll be going to call this thing. So it should be import request. Okay, and after that I'll be just going to write this message. So this message is actually going to be like this. Data is actually going to be this, right? Okay, like this. So what I'll do now, I'll be just going to create a URL for my thing. So this is the URL. Okay, this is the URL, and in the URL I'm just going to keep this thing like this. Okay, URL is up to this point. Okay, and after that what I do, I'll be just going to write requests.get, okay, then URL, then plus, and in the plus I'll be just going to send this data. That's it. Okay, that's it. And if I do this thing, hopefully it is going to send me the message, right? Because I'm calling this URL either request.get. Okay, so deploy this thing. Let's first test this thing from here, whether syntax and everything is fine or not. So it is saying something, some error. So it is saying something unexpected indent. So indent is actually not correct. So what is this indent actually? I don't understand. Okay, so basically this thing, okay, there is something. Yes, so basically I did a mistake here while deleting this thing. So this should be only deleted up to this point, and like this. Okay, and after that request dot get, and I'll be just going to write URL plus data. Okay, let's see, deploy and test. So it is saying what? Some error is actually coming. Line number 7. Okay, so what error it is coming? Some error is actually there. Syntax error, model of invalid syntax in line number 7. So line number 7 has some problem. So let's see. Okay, so here actually I forget to give the double quotes. Okay, so let's deploy. Let's test. Okay, so now actually it is saying no module find import. So basically by default in Lambda you won't have this module. For that what you have to do, you have to actually create a Lambda layer. Okay, how to create Lambda layer? So basically I'm showing you. Basically here actually you have to create a virtual environment, and after that you have to download copy all those like Python packages inside a folder called Python, and after that you have to create a zip, and you have to make this a python.zip, and after that you have to upload into your Lambda layer. Like if you just go in Lambda, okay, in Lambda you will see there is something called layers. So inside the layer I have uploaded this file. So now I'll be going to actually add my layer to this function. I'll be going to function, I'll be just going to click there, and I'll go ahead and add a layer, custom layer, my environment, this. If anyone actually interested to know how to add the layer, this is very simple. If you just search in the AWS documentation how to add custom Python layer, so it will tell you. But still, if you are facing some problem, just reach out to me on my email address. I'll tell you, because I don't want to actually unnecessarily increase the length of the video. That is why actually I skip this part, because most of you guys are already familiar with these things. Okay, so it is done. So now let's test this thing. So now there is something error detail. So basically yeah, so now it is fine, because see it is asking for this problem is actually this detail, because this event has doesn't have this information. This is normal, right? Because this event is actually not the real event, so that is why this error is coming. But syntax wise everything is fine. Now what we'll do, we'll actually log into the user, and we'll see immediately it is actually going to get an alert message here. Okay, so that is the most interesting thing. Okay, So let's actually go to here, try to log out. Okay, reload, login. Okay, so okay, okay, so logged in is event is completed. So let's see, immediately I got this information. It is super fast and flexible, right? So this is just like a magic, right? So let's try to do this thing by creating another user. Okay, so let me actually create an user. So let's go to my IAM. Okay, just try to create another user. Okay, so let's go to user. So I already have a user called John. Let's say the user has a security credential as well. So what I can do, manage console access, custom password. So let's try to give a password, welcome @1234. Okay, welcome @1234. Okay, apply. Okay, so this is the John username, this is the console sign in. So copy this thing. Okay, so close. Let's try to actually log out from here. So see, I have no message here, right? So immediately it will come. So let's go to our console sign in. Okay, okay, so I just logged in. So it's been logged in. Okay, so let me see if I receive something or not. Okay, see, I received something here, right? Immediately the John has been logged in, right? So let's try to actually log in with one more user. Okay, so I created a couple of more user. So basically I have another user actually. So let's go to my IAM. So basically this is the user I created. Yeah, I'll be just try to log in with this user now. Okay, so sign into console. Okay, so yes, so it should be okay. So right now only John. Okay, so make sure nothing is there. Okay, before I type the password, nothing is there. Okay, let's sign in. So sign in is happening. Let's see how it is coming. Okay, so right now it's logged in, but the message is not arrived yet. Let's wait for some time. Sometime it takes time. Okay, okay, yes, it came. So basically it is getting delivered, but from the Telegram side sometime it is giving some error. Okay, so in my mobile the message came actually, but I'm just using the desktop application, so because of that it is having some delay. Okay, so that's all. So that is how we can actually configure this thing. So everything is actually working fine. So this is a very interesting tutorial. So those are actually working on some customer automation, or like AWS automation using Lambda and some sort of chatbot platform like Telegram or WhatsApp. You guys can actually get the benefit out of this CloudTrail and Lambda. So these things are actually developed for those sort of purpose only. Like the moment you like create something, and after that your uh, entire information is actually going to be like available. Okay, I mean inside your, not entire information, your sorry, actually it's entirely wrong thing I'm saying. So suppose you logged in, after that like whatever information you actually configured for the CloudTrail, that information is actually available in the CloudTrail. And if you have your this thing configured, if you have your like if you have your chatbot sorry, if you have your event bridge configured, then event bridge rule will be actually going to pick up those like alerts, and I mean the events, and based on that it is going to generate the it will not generate, it is actually going to trigger the Lambda. I mean it will invoke the Lambda. From the Lambda function it is actually going to generate the alert and it will come. So basically let me actually reiterate this thing one more time. So I logged in. The moment I logged in, the login event will be captured by the CloudTrail. And here I have one like event bridge configured. So event bridge is actually going to get the event pattern, and based on the pattern, event bridge is actually going to trigger the rule, and rule is actually going to invoke the Lambda, and Lambda is actually going to trigger the alert via Telegram bot. Okay, so that's it guys. Hopefully we'll be actually going to cover some other tutorials in the upcoming days. Okay, so guys, one more thing, just try to actually watch the entire video, put some feedback. If you think something can be done in a better way, please give your honest feedback. Good or bad doesn't matter, we need the honest feedback. And if you think this video is actually really helping you to do some actually do something better on your project or your personal learning, whatever, just put some comments as well. So one comment or one like is actually going to give us lots of motivation. And last but not the least, we'll try to actually, we're trying hard actually to reach the larger audience base. So please try to share our videos with family and friend, and also subscribe to our channel. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.